Comment and tell me, everybody, would Mark Golding make a better Prime Minister than Andrew Holness, because they are saying for resign? Get this to the Tatos Lies, my people. Protection Fridays continue. Subscribe to the channel. I have something for play for now. Listen to this.
Every time Mark Golding commissioned a new poll, it feels like the night after really bad sex from a one-night stand. Those of you who have had one night stand, you know what I'm talking about. You know, the next morning when you open your eyes feeling unsatisfied, and then the regrets start to crawl over your mind and you feel dirty and used because you have had so many one-night stands before.
Everybody drop a like on this video.
You feel like a sucker for punishment. And then it's like a 2-week rebound and you're back doing the same thing again. Dan Anderson. Each time the Dan speaks with the media, he feels it necessary to repeat for us all to hear his deep fear of being found out. So I went back and checked out a few videos, a few interviews that he did when he did
this is
poll,
the great
and
Karen Cross
about the poll, and he has to speak on the poll. There is a thing about him when he speaks to the media that he feels it necessary to repeat for us all to hear just how deep a fear he has of being found out that what he's spouting is not entirely true. How does he do that? Well, with a series of mumblings, deflections, and then there is always this one line, always, and I might not get it right in terms of the exact thing that he says.
You can know say she not like Mark Golding.
When he says political polling makes up for 3% of my business. My main business is marketing for companies and other entities, not politics. You know, political polling is just 3% of my business. Something close to that. He feels it necessary to repeat that as a cover. It's a comfort zone for him. He feels the need to say that to cover up his fears, that we might see through his dishonesty and call him out on his bullshit. And it is a perfectly normal and natural response for people who have something to hide, or for people who knows that what they're about to say or what they're about to do.
Alright, so we're not going to waste some more time, everybody. Yes, the request for Mark Golding to resign from the People's National Party is now out there. Yes, and this request is coming from Karen Cross. She has said the PNP will never win under Mark Golding. Yes, that's what she says. The PNP will never win. Mark Golding will never become. Mark Golding will not be a good leader. Want to think about that. Will he be a good leader, better than Prime Minister Andrew Holness? Do you think Mark Golding would be better than Prime Minister Andrew Holness? Do you think he would be better than Andrew Holness? Press the like button and comment if you believe yes or no. Would Mark Golding be a better leader than Andrew Holness? Yes or no? Press the like button, dip it, and rub your finger over it. Over the like button, everybody. Everybody drop a like on the video, share the video with people, and tell me inside of the comment section. Because me have more, it not done yet. You understand what I say? Yes, of course, you know it's Protection Fridays, my people. Virtual TV wishes you protection in all your endeavors for the rest of the day. Yes, would Mark Golding be better than Andrew Holness, that is? Would Mark Golding be better than Andrew Holness? Yes or no? Press the like button first thing, comment yes or no. Third thing, share the video, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you understand? Okay, the demand, the calls are mounting for Mark Golding to resign, to step down, to cut from the People's National Party, because they're saying, according to them, that he cannot lead the People's National Party to victory. Maybe somebody else. If you could pick somebody else, if you pick Nardo, who would you pick? You understand? There are 2 first runner-ups, everybody, which of course is the obvious, which is Lisa Hanna and of course Damian Crawford. You understand? But who would you pick if you could replace him? You understand? Because Karen Cross and other people say, for the People's National Party, for the PNP to win, it will not be under Mark Golding. That is what they're saying. You see what I say? Yes. So you can tell me if you believe him would be a better leader than Andrew. Yes or no? You understand what I say? Yes. No, I personally think that he's a brilliant man. You understand? But you tell me, if the PNP can win under Mark Golding, would he be a better leader than Andrew? Yes or no? Let's get into it. So much so that the Prime Minister himself has dismissed the use of the opposition. Yes. And of course, Mark Golding has responded. Now, Golding slams Jamaica PM over dismissal of opposition role. Okay, now Jamaica Gleaner People's National Party President Mark Golding has strongly rejected Prime Minister Andrew Holness's recent claims that the government does not need the opposition to remain accountable, asserting instead that the supporters of the ruling Jamaica Labour Party are sufficient for oversight. So the Prime Minister said there is no need for the opposition. The PNP is not needed. Mark Golding is not needed. You understand? But the calls are saying that Mark Golding should resign, step aside, step down, because under him, the PNP can't win. They cannot win under Mark Golding is what they're saying. Moving right along. Now, in a blunt response, Golding dismissed Holness' assertion and call Andrew Holness and what he's saying nonsense, and the argument which he said reflects the Prime Minister's ongoing misunderstanding of Jamaica's democratic governance system. Okay, so what Mark Golding says is what Andrew Holness has said, that the use of the opposition to hold the JLP accountable is not needed. He dismissed them, and Mark Golding is saying that that is also utter rubbish and nonsense. You understand? And it shows you that the Prime Minister does not know the laws, the constitution that governs politics. Now, it is, he says, just another example of the Prime Minister's failure to understand the democratic system of governance in the country and the role of the parliamentary opposition in holding the government accountable, he told the source, which is the Gleaner. Now, the opposition leader position is a constitutional appointment. Now, he says, and he now decides to school the Prime Minister, saying that under Section 80 of the Jamaican Constitution, that states that the leader of the opposition is appointed by the Governor General by instrument under the board seal. It is also details the roles and functions of the opposition, including acting as a check on the government's power, contributing to bipartisan governance, right, through key appointment and legislative amendments, the representing alternative perspectives in Parliament. Okay, now stating that the role of the opposition is absolutely vital in keeping the government accountable, Golding highlighted ways in which this has been shown. All right, so he's saying that under the Constitution and what the Prime Minister, the nonsense that he's saying doesn't make sense. And while he can talk about dismissing the opposition and the opposition leader and the PNP, well, there's nothing that he can do, because the power of appointment was given to him by the Governor General himself, Sir Patrick Allen. You understand? So there's nothing you can do, is what he's saying. Everybody, would Mark Golding make a better leader than Andrew Holness? Comment your thoughts in the comment section and tell me, and press the like button. Karen Cross has not been a fan of Mark Golding. We know that very well. You see what I say? Karen Cross is not a supporter of Mark Golding, and I don't know why, because she's a PNP supporter. You understand what I say? You would think that a person who supports the PNP would support the leader of the opposition as well, but that is not the case. She's saying that every time that a poll is commissioned, basically, in my interpretation, what she's saying is a buyout business are going on. Accusing the opposition leaders of such things are very detrimental to his reputation. You understand what I say? And Karen Cross has not been one person to shy away from speaking her mind. You understand? Now, as it relates to such, she says that Mark Golding is like a bad one-night stand. A bad form of sex is what she says. Okay? So, in comparison to this situation, Mark Golding, would he be a good leader Better than Andrew Holness, of course. What are your thoughts? Protection Fridays continues, everybody. Leave a like on the video, share the video. We have more to come. Don't go away, of course. I'm so forward.